Who are your kids hanging out with? Protect yourself and your family by learning as much as you can about the people surrounding you. Who are your kids hanging out with? Any idea who your kids are hanging out with? While you may think just by getting names and numbers that you are safeguarding your kids, this is hardly enough to know whose company they are in and if they are safe. This is why using a background check is in your best interest and also that of your kids. As parents, we all do our best to keep our kids away from bad influences, both young and old, but chances are you may not be doing all that you can to this end. Why, you may wonder? There are two reasons. Crime is rampant and we offer trust to our children's associates too quickly and unequivocally. First, crime is a common occurrence in almost every community in America, and therefore the odds of it touching you and or someone you know is pretty good, at least in one shape or another. This said, it is preventable to a certain degree through the act of informing yourself who is in your network of contacts and, most importantly, who is in your children's contacts. Friends. If your children are of school age, the chances of their friends having criminal histories or anything negative in their past thus far is pretty slim. But this is not to say that they do not have older friends who do have criminal histories. These could easily be kids a few years older than them, a neighbourhood chum or another contact that they spend a lot of time with. While you would hope that these older friends would have only the best interests of your child in mind, you can't always assume that they do. This is where performing a quick, it takes seconds background check on these people can allay any fears you may have about them or find out the negative truth and safeguard your kids from their company. Mentors. Another kind of person that spends a lot of time with your children may be possible mentors. These could be other kids' parents, teachers or friends, siblings that they look up to. But just because they look up to them does not mean that you should trust them with your children's safety and well-being. They could very well be murderers, thieves or sex offenders, and though you would hate to think it for a second, it is your child's well-being we are talking about, and therefore safety before presumption should always be protocol. Friends, parents. If you are like every other parent on earth, there has been a time, or thousands, when you've had to trust that your child's friend's parent was on the up and up and able to watch your child and keep them safe. Most of us require only an address, a phone number and basic background details on the parents and home before allowing our kids to play there. While this should be enough to prevent any sort of danger for our children, it isn't, as even the most normal-seeming parents can have criminal backgrounds. This is where, again, running a comprehensive background check in a matter of seconds saves you the health and well-being of your child. We all strive to be the best parents we can be to keep our children safe at all costs, but as is normal life, we cannot be there every second to prevent danger. With this in mind, we can greatly minimize its occurrence by conducting regular background checks on those spending time with our children. See for yourself by clicking on the link in my video description below. Visit backgroundcheck360.com, where you can conduct an easy and comprehensive search for background information with just a full name. In seconds, you can reassure yourself of the safety of your children in other people's hands.